Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing out there? Thank you for joining me on till tonight's follow-up to help you guys to succeed in 4 things you need to know regarding this hair care challenge. So I want you guys to come with open ears. Hello, Kathy. Welcome, welcome. I want you guys to be open-minded, come with open ears, because this is actually tailored to, hello, Kathy, welcome, welcome. This is actually, hey, Mia, what's up? Thank you guys for joining me on till tonight. Oh, you guys are such a great support. Oh, God bless you guys. Okay, so we are going to talk about where I'm going to present on, and I'm going to keep it very simple, and for you to take into consideration on 4 things you need to know regarding this hair growth challenge, so you guys can implement it and tailor it to your customization. So the 4 things you really need to know is very basic, is very simple. What we've been doing when it comes to a natural hair care routine is actually, number 1 is cleansing your hair. Number 2 is deep conditioning your hair. Number 3 is actually low maintenance or protective hairstyles. And the other one, and definitely not least, is rehydrating your hair when your hair becomes when your hair becomes very dry. So those are the 4 things you need to know. Again, number 1 is make sure you cleanse your hair, whether it's with a shampoo or a clarifier, or a moisturizing shampoo. We will go a little bit into that. And number 2 is make sure you deep condition your hair for this challenge. Number 3 is make sure you utilize a low maintenance style or protective style. And number 4 is make sure you rehydrate your hair. All right, so hope you guys understand what I mean by that. If you don't worry, I'll actually elaborate a little bit more in detail on those 4 successors that you need to implement when it comes to this hair care challenge. By rule of thumb, hair care regimen is actually, catered to your own specific hair care needs, okay? So I'm not going to talk about specifications when it comes to hair care routine, because that requires more of a individualized one-on-one session with me to see what is going on with your hair, whether it's breaking, whether it's drying, or you feel like it's not growing. So that is where a personalized customization hair care regimen will come into play, where I will actually meet with you either online or maybe through the phone, which I provide a link, so we can narrow down what is going on with your hair, meaning that you're not seeing the result that you need. Because hair care, especially with Afro textured hair, is scrutinized as being very hard, very challenging, but actually it's not. It's really not. It's so simple as long as you know how to care for your hair, as long as you understand the nature and your structure and your characteristic of your hair and what your hair needs, specifically when it regards to certain categorization of hair products, okay? But I'm not gonna get into that. So let me move on in. So why is it very important to cleanse your hair as being one of the 4 successors here? If anyone want to comment below, you can type it below. Why is it it's very important to cleanse your hair? Okay, let me give you guys a second to type it in if you want to join in on this discussion tonight. Okay, so while you guys are in the mood of probably typing your question or answer to that, go ahead and do so. So the reason, hey Nola, welcome, welcome, welcome. So the reason why it's very important to cleanse your hair is quite simple. It's to get rid of any type of sweat, any type of product buildup, any type of debris that your hair is susceptible from the environment and other products that you use on a regular basis. And if you're not cleansing your hair, you're not cleansing your scalp, because sometimes we actually, neglect our scalp and don't remember our scalp is what helps our hair to grow. So if we don't focus on cleansing the scalp, not just the hair, then your entire hair and your scalp will be clean. So the first thing for the number one successor is, hey Denise, welcome. Hey Belinda, welcome. We are talking about the 4 successors you need in this hair care challenge in order to see the potential success when it comes to the growth of your hair. So we're talking about number 1. You just joined in right in time. Number 1, you must cleanse your hair, not just your hair, also your scalp. Now, depending on your routine, there are some may use a moisturizing shampoo. There are some may use a regular shampoo, and there are others may use a clarifying shampoo. Those shampoos are fine. It depends on what your hair needs, which is why I did not list specific shampoos to use, because everybody's hair is on a certain type of journey, and everybody's hair requires a certain type of shampoo that they feel that works best for them. But in overall, cleansing your hair is what you really need, to give your hair a healthy, clean slate start. Okay, so with cleansing your hair, you know that when you cleanse your hair, they say, which I do agree, you must focus on your scalp, because when you focus on your scalp, again, you're getting rid of those buildups that actually accumulated from your products that seep onto your scalp. And also sweat. If you work out very regularly, you're getting rid of the sweat, and also your scalp can breathe. So you're getting rid of all those buildup and dead cells that is actually laying on the surface of your scalp, which hence builds bacteria. So cleansing your scalp is what you really need to focus on. And your hair, easy. Your hair is easy to clean depending on the type of shampoo to use. You don't need to scrub it hard, which most of us don't do as naturals, because we know if we scrub our hair very hard, it becomes very matted and tangled easy. So there are some of us, we develop a method where we may actually separate our hair before we actually proceed to washing it. Now, there are some, before they actually wash their hair, they may actually pre-detangle, meaning that they will put like a simple conditioner in a spray bottle, shake it up, start from the ends all the way to the roots of the hair to help to pre-detangle the hair before they wash the hair, again, to make it at least less tangling during the shampoo process. So that's one thing you can do, is actually when you actually before you wash your hair, is pre-detangling hair. And most of us being afro textured hair ladies, it's best recommended to do so, unless your hair is really loosely textured, like wavy or somewhat on a looser pattern, then you may not need to detangle heavily as those with kinky coily hair. But you know what? You know what your hair needs. Like for me, I need to pre-detangle my hair. My hair is 4 type. Okay, 4 type BC. It's mixed. So it needs to be pre-tangled, and that's what my hair likes. And that's what I like, because when I pre-detangle, I see less breakage, and I also see less matting of my hair when I proceed to wash it. So if you guys find this very valuable and helpful, and if you are not pre-tangling your hair before you wash it, I suggest you do so. Especially if you are like me, very prone and susceptible to tangles. Okay, even when you do trim your hair, because it's so tightly coiled, it will wrap itself around each other. So pre-detangle will help to at least minimize your hair before you proceed to wash it. So let's continue with the topic of cleansing our hair. So we know that washing our scalp should be focused on the cleaning agents in the shampoo will work its way down from the root all the way down to the ends. And to facilitate that, just simply use your fingers, if you section your hair into squares, or use a clip to hold, one piece at a time, or whatever you want to do to get to a certain part of your hair. But you shouldn't be scrubbing your hair all together, because again, you're going to create a tangled mess. So it's best to at least, take one section and just focus on that. Take another section, part it, focus on that, again, to minimize the tangles, especially with kinky coily type of hair girls like myself. Okay. And again, if that's not an issue for you, you don't need to worry about that. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them below and I will take a look at them and I will answer them during the discussion. So join on in, okay? I'm actually freestyling here, you guys. So this just is me in the live. Okay, so your hair is parted, and when you wash, you focus on your scalp. Use your pads of your fingers. Do not use your nails to scratch your scalp. Again, you don't want to create any open wounds. Okay, if you guys have not know what I do, aside being a natural hair consultant, a hair group creator, and an author, I'm also an occupational therapist, meaning that I work in the medical field, meaning that I focus on returning those with the limitations, whether it's cognitive or physical limitations, to restore them back to their daily routine so they can be able to, you know, dress themselves, bathe themselves, you know, make their meals, you know, go back onto what they had lost. And I come in and restore them through education and developing a plan of treatment so they can develop those strength and those skills again. So that is some hints of what I do. As my professional medical background, I am an occupational therapist. So that means I work in rehab. And not only rehab, I work with, currently right now, I'm working with kids with special needs. So most of my time I spent with adults, but now I've transitioned to work with kids with special needs. So just to let you know a little medical background about me. So let's go continue with washing your hair. So you know that, again, washing your hair is very essential to start your hair from a clean slate. Focus on your scalp, and the shampoo will work its way down to the ends of your hair. And to facilitate that, again, just assist it, you know, just assist it, don't scrub it all up, just assist it, guide it down, ladies, guide it down, each section at a time. And then after you do that, whatever deep conditioner you use, yes, I'm recommending deep conditioning, because I noticed that some naturals, they don't keep up beat with deep conditioning the hair, or in a routine after washing hair. They may not deep condition. They may skip the deep conditioner and go to a do-it-yourself treatment for whatever reason, maybe because they wash it and say, oh, after I shampoo, this treatment will help after my hair. It has its place in time. It depends what you're doing, but do not skip conditioning your hair, especially deep conditioning. Because the deep conditioning, what it does is just another step up from a regular conditioner. Like, for example, a regular rinse conditioner. You know what I mean? Like, mean you put in your hair and then you rinse it out. That deep conditioner is helpful because what it does, it helps to soften your hair. It has emollients in it to make your hair soft and manageable and easy to detangle. You know, it has some properties in there to put moisture into your hair. But those type of rinse conditioners, they do not necessarily penetrate your hair. So a deep conditioner goes a step further, where it not only absorb onto the surface of your strands, but it also have additional ingredients in it that can actually penetrate into your cuticles of your strands to help to nourish it, to help to repair it. So a regular conditioner, it does help to soften and condition the hair to make it soft and supple, manageable, make it moisturizer. But a deep conditioner, take it a step further to really help to repair your hair, depending how porous your hair is. The more porous or damaged your hair is, you will see a little bit of a magnificent result from a conditioner. And also it helps to balance your proteins, and also helps to bring back those lost oils from your hair. So it does helps with the repairing process. So please, in this hair care challenge, I want you guys to incorporate deep conditioning, because I've noticed that many naturals, not all, are missing out or not incorporating deep conditioning in their hair routine as they should. Okay. I'm not going to say use this deep conditioner, but what I want to suggest for a deep conditioner, if it says it repairs, if it says it restores, if it has hydrolyzed protein in it, that is a great conditioner, because what it's going to do, those little broken down proteins, which are hydrolyzed, are really broken down small enough where, again, they can enter into your strands of your hair, meaning they're going to penetrate it. They're not going to sit on top of the surface as compared to a regular conditioner will do. For example, like a rinse conditioner, you know, you leave on for a certain time, like maybe under 2-3 minutes or 5 or 10, depending on the conditioning time. It has its time, and there's a reason for that. But for a deep condition, it's longer because it takes other ingredients to really do its thing. Okay, so make sure you incorporate a deep condition to help to restore and to repair and to balance your proteins and to nourish your hair inside and out, what a regular conditioner will lack of. Okay. The next one, so that's number 2, deep conditioning your hair in this hair care growth challenge. The number third one is so simple, is to incorporate low maintenance and protective hairstyles. Okay, low maintenance and protective hairstyles. What do I mean by low maintenance hairstyle? What I mean by low maintenance hairstyles is that, you know, it's the hairstyle that you're not going to constantly put your hands in or combing or braiding up every day. Like, for example, maybe like a twist out or a braid out could be a low maintenance hairstyle, meaning that your hair is actually, your ends of your hair is actually out to some extent, even if it's, you know, pinned up in the back or maybe a little bit of it out in the front. Your hair is not so much in a constant, you know, manipulation. So you may put a bonnet over it, or you may, you know, pin it up a little bit for the night. So it requires less styling. So that is a low maintenance style. A protective style is basically you are protecting the ends of your hair. And that can be in a form of braids. That could be a form of twists, which you guys have noticed that I've done this week. I twisted my hair. It could be a form of wearing a wig. It could be a form of wearing a weave, but be cautious how long you wear a wig and be cautious how long you wear a weave, because again, if you are doing that, you want to make sure you are taking care of your hair underneath, and that the underneath of your hair, of your own hair, is not tight. Again, we want to increase growth and maintain the length of our hair. We don't want to break it off during this challenge. So choose low maintenance or protective hairstyles that can help you to facilitate the growth. And in the feed below, I did put where 80% of a protective / low maintenance hairstyle and 20% of a freestyle, you know, that you want to rock, you know, during the week or during the weekend. But at least during this challenge, create a style that you don't have to worry about or put your hands in all the time. Maybe you may get to it, you know, again during the week if you need to retouch on it, okay? Or maybe the following 2 weeks if you're wearing a sort of protective hairstyle that may last longer, you know, but just be cautious of what kind of protective hairstyle that you use. So a protective hairstyle doesn't mean that it protects your hair. It just helps to shield whatever influence that you may constantly come in contact when you're manipulating your hair. It just puts your hair at bay. It just puts your hair at rest, but you still need to take care of your hair underneath. All right. If you guys have any comments or questions, list them below. And the last one is rehydrating your hair, remoisturizing your hair. What I mean by that is water is hydration. Okay, not oil. We are aware of that oil and waxes and butters do not moisturize our hair. Yes, to a certain extent, they do have moisturizing properties in them, but they themselves alone does not moisturize your hair. You need other ingredients that helps to moisturize your hair. So that is where a very, I would say, depending on your porosity of your hair, again, if you guys are not familiar with porosity, porosity is how well, you know, the ingredients absorb into your hair, how well your cuticles are open, how well your cuticles are closed. So it depending on your porosity and what product you use to help to moisturize your hair to get it in, okay? Or to keep it, to get it in and to keep it in. So if you guys are not familiar with porosity, I suggest do a little research on that, because I'm not going to go into that tonight based on what I'm discussing, the 4 things you need to know when it comes to successing your hair regarding this hair growth challenge, okay? So yeah, so make sure you rehydrate, remoisturize your hair. And the way to do that is, you know, a cream, you know, a cream. Like I did post a picture in this group where I show like a twisting cream, you know, make sure you have a twisting cream that has water in it, that has, you know, like honey, that has like aloe vera, you know, these attracting humectants in them that can help to, you know, bring moisture into your hair, that has, you know, maybe some penetrating oils and some sealing oils that's mixed in the cream. If it doesn't have, you can add some oils into your cream, because what the moisturizing cream does, it helps to lock in that moisture, which is the water that you already placed in your hair, and to keep it in longer. So utilize creams as your moisturizer, but not just any cream, a cream that is catered towards natural hair. And if for you guys who are do-it-yourself, I'm not much of a do-it-yourself, because you want to make sure that the ingredients that you're using does penetrate your hair and does not sit on top of your surface of your hair. Because I know there are some do-it-yourself, like for example, banana and some avocados and some oils or whatever, you know, just by follow and say it's going to help to soften my hair. But the main thing is, does it moisturize your hair? You know what I mean? Does it make your hair soft? And not only that, depending on what you're using for, does it help to nourish your hair, meaning that it gets inside of your hair, not just sit on top of your hair. Okay, so if you're gonna do it yourself recipe, make sure you know what you're using it for. Not just saying I'm gonna do this because it sounds good, but do you know why you're doing it? Are you doing it because it's gonna sit on top of your hair? Or are you gonna do it because it's gonna get inside of your hair? Because there are ingredients that we need to balance not only the external part, but also internal part of your hair. Think of a deep conditioner, okay? So let's recap. So the 4 things you need to know in this challenge to succeed in your hair growth is, number 1, cleanse your hair. Whether you use a shampoo or a clarifier or a moisturizing shampoo, make sure you cleanse your hair. For a clarifier shampoo, you know that it's just another step further up from a regular shampoo, or a higher step up from a sulfate-free shampoo is really going to strip your hair from its moisture and its oil. But that's fine, because what it does, it just give you the ability of having your hair to become of a fresh start, so you can, you know, ready the hair to prepare the ingredients that it needs, especially if you have a lot of product buildup. So if you're going to clarify your hair, at least clarify your hair once a month during this challenge. And you can use your sulfate-free shampoo, you can use your regular shampoo, you can use your moisturizing shampoo, but whatever you do on step number 2 is make sure you follow up with a deep conditioner to bring moisture back into your hair, to repair your hair, to restore your hair, and to softurize and to moisturize your hair and to feed it from the inside out. Number 3, make sure that you incorporate a low maintenance or protective hairstyle that's not going to harm your hair, but it's going to help your hair so you can put your hair at rest to see that growth. And when your hair needs re-moisturizing, make sure you grab your moisturizing cream. But first, make sure you hydrate it, like I said, with water and the cream on top of it to moisturize it. And again, it depends on your hair porosity, okay, whether it's low, medium, or high. So get to know your hair porosity when you're using a certain method like the LCO or the LOC, LCO, okay, for example, and there's some other strategies, but know your hair and know the order of methods when it comes to locking that moisture in. So that is what I have for you ladies tonight. So this is Carol Maxinu, natural hair consultant, author, hair group creator. My passion is to help women with natural hair to create a healthy hair care regimen to meet their needs so they can love and embrace their textured hair. If you guys have any comments or question, go ahead and post them below. If there's something that you did not understand in this live discussion tonight on the 4 key successors you need to know in order to, you know, boost that growth in your hair and the health in the meantime, because these are the 4 things that you need to incorporate just to start off with its simplicity. And again, it's not hard. All right. Until next time, if you have any questions or concern, post them below and I'll get back to you. And God bless.